All right, now that you've had time to grab a book, grab a partner maybe, and pick out some of that information, here we go. So this is some of the info that you should have. Okay, Panama was part of Colombia. The Colombian government turned down the U.S.'s offer for a land lease. So Panama decides to revolt in 1903, really pretty much at the request of the United States. And the U.S. stops Colombia from intervening, and the Panama gets its independence, pretty much. Another country getting its independence, just like Cuba. Okay, and because of that, the United States gets to lease land from Panama for their canal. All right, that's going to cut that trip around the tip of South America pretty much more, by 2/3. So it's going to go from a 14,000 mile trip to a 5,000 mile trip. That's a lot. Okay. So what you're going to do with the rest of these countries, like from Mexico and Puerto Rico and all the other ones, is you're going to do the same bit of information, just the four little pieces. It's not a whole lot. But this is the main thing, okay? We're going to fill out these boxes together too. Sorry, I know it's out of the camera. Okay, from the perspective of the U.S., blank because blank. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to write some type of metaphor in here about the country in question, which is Panama. Okay, so from the perspective of the U.S., Panama is like what? Panama is as what? Okay, I'm sure you know what a metaphor is. I hope so. Okay, so again, we're doing the first ones together. So the first one that I came up with for Panama is like the smaller kid on the playground that has an older kid stand up to his bully for him. Okay, because Panama is using the U.S. to intervene with Colombia so they can gain their independence. All right, and really, what I just said is the because. All right, that's all you're doing. So Panama is like the smaller kid on the playground that has an older kid stand up to his bully for him, is what goes in the first blank right there. Because Panama had the U.S. stop Colombia in order to become an independent country. That's the because. Okay? That's what we're doing for each one of these. We are getting down the facts like this. We're creating a metaphor about that country from the perspective of the U.S. and also from the perspective of their own country. And we're writing, why is that metaphor true? Because what? For this one, because Panama did this. Okay? If that was confusing at all, or I went too fast, just hit the back button and you can go back or stop the video and you can rewind it and start all over again. Remember, the Nearpod thing lets you replay it as many times as you need to. It's completely up to you just to get the information, okay? But that's what we're doing today. So you're going to come up with the 4 bits of information, the metaphor and the because for Mexico, Puerto Rico, Philippines, Hawaii, and China. Okay, using the book. So all of this starts at page 272 with Panama right there and continues until the chapter's over pretty much. All right, sections 3 and 4 of the chapter. If you get confused at any point, I will be back on Wednesday and we can discuss it then. Just do the best you can in the meantime, okay? Once you're done with this, cut it out. Each of the blocks of squares. So you have 1 block of squares for Mexico. Cut these out and put them in the next, or on that U.S. interventions page in your journal, okay? Now I realize it's probably going to take, see, because here's your journal. Ooh, mine's ripping. It's probably going to take a couple pages in your journal for you to fit all this in, because this is going to have to go here, right? And then another one, and then one more, and then maybe the other 3 go on the second page. And that's perfectly fine, okay? So get that done while you're in here today, please, because remember when I come back, it's the 3 weeks, so we'll be doing a journal check for grade, for your progress report that's coming up, and I mean, a lot of you need this little pick-me-up of 100, okay? So get that done while you're in here with the sub, and I will see you on Wednesday. Thank you, folks.